Hello, good to see you again. Today I felt like talking about the state of being. It's something that I've been thinking about recently, and I feel it's really important to share, to talk about this. So today I was doing a Qigong practice just before my Yuan Qigong practice, and as part of this new intention for the new year and for my life, I've wanted to really practice more. And I wondered for a long time what was really the thing I was lacking, what was the missing element for me, and I feel like that was just not doing enough practice. So I've done some practice and I'm actually feeling a lot of great benefit, a lot of uplifted feelings, more calm, more good state. And then I realized this is the state where everything happens. This is the state where the creativity comes, things are more clear. It's like a stream. I'm back in the stream of the way things are flowing for the best result. Whereas when I haven't topped up myself, I haven't got myself into the right state, it's much easier for the negative thought patterns to be in there, running the space, running the show. So I just wanted to talk about this state and the importance of the state. It's from my experience, what I've learned, what I've noticed. So our state of being, our consciousness, our body, our chi, all of this we can include in our state. It's basically the totality of all of these things, how we feel, our very being in every moment. And for the most part, perhaps we're externally driven, externally focused, and we don't have so much of an awareness of ourself and how we are in each moment. But, well, when we're like that, it's as if everything we're doing is happening through an automated process, through our patterns. It's like when we're not in a deep enough state, when we're not unified, we're not present, autopilot happens to allow us to continue to do things, but we might not be doing them in an optimal way or bringing out the best of our ability. And so cultivating a state so that we can be really present and really relaxed and calm and natural, that is really worthwhile, I feel. And so from what I've learned about cultivating the state, being in a good state, there are a few main elements. There's seven elements. I'll go through them briefly. So the first one is relaxed. The relaxation of the body, relaxation on the mind level as well, but we could just think of the body. How are you feeling? Is your body relaxed? Are your shoulders up? Just relax them. Think of each part of the body, like from your head. Is your head relaxed? Your face down through your body? When you're still, can you be relaxed? And also when you're then moving, when you're doing your daily activities, can you be relaxed? And from this relaxation, the foundation of relaxing, we can be calm. This calmness can arise, this more unified state. Calmness comes in. Clarity of mind, calmness in the mind. Can focus on being calm. And when we're relaxed and we're calm, we are natural. We're in a natural state. It's more of a natural state of being, and things just flow and happen more naturally. And then the next layer we can take a little bit deeper and focus on this integration and unification. Are we really able to integrate and unify with our body, with our chi, with our heart, consciousness, Shen, true self? Are we able to be fully unified with these things, with these elements of life? And when we can do that, relaxed, calm, natural, integrated, unified, then comes harmonious. We are in a harmonious state, internally and externally, harmony. And from there, the awareness of our true self can really manifest. We call it jircha. It's the awareness coming from the true self, from a very deep place. Not just the usual consciousness, but a really unified presence that is calm and reflects things as if reflecting from a mirror, where whatever comes into the mirror is shown, and when it leaves, it's also not staying behind, it's leaving as well. So in that state, we don't hold on to things, and we can just be very clear in the moment, see things how they are. It's not cloudy, it's just clear and bright. And coming back to this concept of the state, if we can be more in this state more often, really, it's like accelerating us towards our highest purpose, because everything that you feel is right for you to do, and maybe you felt before that there's things holding you back, or all these limiting thoughts and beliefs and things like that, it's like they really get pushed down or pushed aside, because when you're in that more unified state, that better state, your true self and true essence can come through more, and it's very easy to actually see the way forward, the direction, and you maybe find it a lot easier. You probably notice when you've been in this better state, you might not have experienced it in the way that I'm talking about, or you have your own way of experiencing it, but you've probably noticed when you've been in a more joyful or better, calm, relaxed state, things just flow much easier. It's easier to do the things that you want to achieve. If you have some jobs that you've been putting off around the house, it's like all of a sudden you don't mind doing them. Things like that. It's just getting the energy flowing again. So, okay, the state is important. Sure. Then what can we actually do to get into a better state? Because I think that's the most important thing. It's one thing to know what's good to achieve, but how can we actually achieve that? Well, in my practice, what I've learned in Yuan Qigong, this is a system of a few different methods, of Qigong methods that really work on a deep level, work with the body, the qi, the heart, consciousness, all of these levels, and different methods work on different parts. So our first method, Tian Yuan, we open, expand to the universe and draw qi back. And then we have a standing form and a few other forms that they each work on qi in a different way. In a way where we gather qi, nourish qi, use it to strengthen our organs and just bring more clarity to the consciousness, feel our heart, cultivate the heart qualities, all of these things. And that's what can allow us to really come into a more deeply unified state, come back to ourselves. That's what I've found through practicing the last few years. Anytime I felt really low on energy, low on qi, really, my state's been not so good, I felt a bit negative, emotional, something, it's just come back to myself, unify, and my practice really helps me do that. And then when I'm in that state, everything else flows so much better. I feel better, which is really amazing. So that's the number one thing you'll notice, is that you feel a lot better. Your whole being can like radiate positive feelings, and it just feels very natural as well. It's not like an overexcitement. It's like a really calm, really good, joyful, unified feeling. And there's also many other techniques you can use to come back to this state or to cultivate it deeper. But even just learning about this, that it's possible to be in that kind of state, it's like it opens the door for you to start moving towards it. So perhaps you take a moment to think about in your life any times where you've perhaps not been in such a good state and how that's felt. Maybe it was some unhealthy emotions, some anger or some fear or worry, anxiety. You can ask yourself, Do you like to feel those things? Is that what you want to feel? And if your answer is no, then are you clear? Do you know what you need to do, what you can do to feel better? And if you don't know, that's okay. It's something we can learn together. But at least what I found really helpful is the Yuan Gong system. And that's really helped me to be more relaxed, be more calm, and all of those wonderful qualities of the good state. But fundamentally, what all of these practices, all of these methods aim to achieve is just coming back to ourself, coming back home, where we change the primarily externally focused consciousness back to look within and reflect ourselves, so that we are not losing our chi, but we're actually staying unified, staying in a state where chi is actually nourishing us all the time, because where our mind goes, chi flows. So if our awareness is inside, we're going to be topping up the tank. If it's going outwards all the time, it's going to deplete. Sometimes if a strong emotion happens, it can happen really quickly, just like that, and it's much harder to build up the state again. But if we can cultivate this state and this consciousness that is in this more unified space, it's like it builds the chi field, it builds the whole environment of our life, so that it's much easier to be in this good state all the time, or much more often, eventually all the time. And so when things happen, like people say things that can affect us, trigger us, actually when we're in this better state, uplifted state, it's like it doesn't affect us so much, and we can see it more clearly and maybe start to investigate why we feel bad when people say these things. Is it really to do with us? Is there any need to feel bad when this happens? Or can we just recognize that that person is perhaps going through something in themselves and they're just venting that? And also it's good to see if we play a part in that too, and work to improve how we are actually involved in any situation, but at least not to feel bad about it, because that doesn't help. So when we can see clearly more how things are, how we feel, why we feel the way we do, and we know how to maintain this better state, it really puts life in like an accelerator towards a better life. It's quite special, and I think it's been a wonderful journey for me, and to see other people too. Like, this isn't something only I can do. I've seen so many people around me who I've talked to who have done similar practice. It's like it doesn't need convincing. Like, I'm totally sure that this works, and it's available to anyone, accessible to anyone. So let's recap what we've talked about. Talked about being in a good state, being relaxed, calm, natural, integrated and unified, harmonious, and having that jircha, that true self-awareness. Being in that state facilitates life to be in a more healthy place, to have more creativity come in, be more connected to the true self, and know what direction to go in, what to do, and it makes it easier to do things. Because there's not so many limiting self-beliefs in a downward spiral cascading round. It's more like everything's now in a positive uplifting cycle. So it's reversed the direction. And then how we can actually do that, get into that state. Firstly, it's good to know that it's possible, so we've learnt that it's possible, and then the tools to actually do it, like the Yuan Qigong system. And if you're interested to learn more about that, just let me know. I'm going to talk about it more. And even in just this moment, if you just bring your awareness inside one more time, into the center of your head, Relax down through your body, the head and neck, shoulders and arms relax, chest and upper back relax, abdomen, lower back relax, hips, legs and feet relax. The whole body relax from head to toe and from inside out. Feel the spaciousness inside. Try to maintain this connection with the internal as you go about daily life. Keep coming back to this space and it will get easier. So feeling the information we've talked about today, you can imagine as you bring your hands out in front of you, imagine drawing this information back to yourself. And you can put your hands on your heart, just feeling the unification, that the information is going to a deep place and you'll remember it. Remembering it with your being. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you, and I wish you progress in your state. Be happy, be well, peace, and see you again soon.